Josephine Reynolds signed up with the Norfolk Fire Service back in 1982. She was just 17 years old. There was no such thing as a firefighter, only firemen. And even today, 96% of all staff are male. So what was it like coping in the testosterone-fuelled world of the fire brigade? Well, we have a clip of Josephine on the BBC from the 1980s.
For today, sexual equality is the buzzword here.
This was Jo in a BBC interview in 1987. She'd just passed her truck licence test to become the country's first female driver of a fire engine. And as these cuttings from the local newspaper at the time show, it was big news. And the way this next question is put tells you much about attitudes during the 1980s.
Now, what do your male colleagues make of being driven to the job by a woman driver?
They rib me a lot about it, and they obviously come out with all the women drivers jokes, but they're not too bad, really.
Jo has lots of stories to tell, and she is with me now, author of a new book, Firewoman, The Extraordinary Story of Britain's First Female Firefighter. Jo, my first question is, why did you want to be a firefighter?
I think it was almost subliminal. My house had burned down when I was about 12 years old, and something has stayed with me, you know, those sort of heroes that came along and saved our home and our, you know, family and house. And that's probably what drove me, I think.
And the reaction from everyone, friends, family, when you decided this was your career?
No, everyone that I'd gone to school with pretty much had gone to university, and I sort of went on a different path. So I was only 17 when they were still studying, and I was starting to train to be a firefighter.
Did they think you were mad, or were they supportive?
They thought I was mad, but quite interested at the same time.
And when you went into training, were you welcomed, or were they trying to put you off?
No, I was welcomed, but it was very much a male-dominated 80s. You know, it was like before, you know, any kind of sensitivities were around, so it's pretty hardcore.
What about the sheer physical nature of the job?
Yes.
Was that something that you very much had to prove, that you were capable of?
I had to prove it. I had to, and part of my book is about that sort of, you know, struggle to prove it to my tutors and to myself that I could do it, because a lot of it's in your own head as well. You have to kind of be just that little bit better than the boys.
So that was very much true for you. Women say that all the time when they are trailblazers like this.
Yeah, and you've got to have like a bravado and build up your confidence as well.
And did you have that kind of casual ribbing that would take place? That's casual sexism?
Surely, yeah, all the time.
What kind of comments?
Oh my goodness, just general flippant comments that guys tend to make. They don't really mean anything by it.
What about when you would show up to the scene? People surprised to see you?
Yeah, often they kind of take a double take, because I had no makeup, you know, and kind of short hair, and they'd look at me and they think, what is that, you know?
You felt like an exotic species at the fire. But there's a big problem now, Jo. There's still only 96%, I see as the figure, of the force are men. Why are so few women joining?
It's shocking, isn't it? It's absolutely terrible. I have a feeling it's a lot to do with mentors, role models, children at a very early age. We've still got Fireman Sam, you know, where's the female equivalent in the cartoon books? And, you know, on TV, and people like myself, maybe we can make a little bit of difference. People like Danny Cotton, who's running the she's chief in London now. She's just started.
And do you hear similar stories from other countries as well?
Oh, maybe even worse. I mean, lots of countries, women aren't even firefighters. I read on Twitter this morning that there was a girl in one particular county who just started. She was their first female firefighter. It's like, wow, you know, but things haven't changed that much yet. And, you know, it's a great job, you know, what fun.
Why is it a great job?
Oh, great camaraderie, you get to fight with water hoses, you know, I mean, you don't get that on a 9 to 5.
Every day must be different.
It is, nothing is, no 2 days are the same, and you get a very strong bond with the people that you work with, which is unlike anything else, actually.
What's your most memorable day that you remember from all these years?
Oh, goodness me, probably the day I perhaps would have started down at my station, when you pass out and you actually, yes, you've just got through the training, it's like you made it, you actually are, you know, you're at the bottom of the rung of firefighting, but you're there. And my HGV, which was, you had the clip of, because that was quite, you know, special.
Saving lives, though,
oh, yeah.
I mean...
oh, hero moments. I don't really, because everyone says, you know, people are heroes. I don't really look at it like that, to be honest. You're just out there doing your job the best you can with everyone else.
It must feel quite special, though, because not many of us are in that position.
No, I guess, but, you know, other emergency services are the same. I mean, the book's kind of packed with lovely incidents and stories, and some happy times and some sad times as well. But yeah, I mean, one funny one was when they named a monkey after me at the local zoo. We'd rescued it, and I was the one that kind of got it back into the net.
So there's some lovely stories there, and congratulations on being such a trailblazer.
Thank you.
I like to use that word too when it comes
Thank
to
you.
a firewoman. Thank you, Jo.